What's going on, everyone? Going to Take the History, coming to you from my car. Happy Wednesday, everyone. I have a little bit of a commute that I typically drive on a regular basis, and I have a lot of time to allow my thoughts to gather, to collect, and for things to reflect upon, and questions to ponder. And one of the big things that's really been going through my mind today on my commute is the various different historical events that have happened in the Sunshine State where I live, the state of Florida, that have not become a movie yet. So I wanted to share my question with all of you. Can you think of an example of a historical event or something that happened in the Sunshine State, that happened in the state of Florida, that you're surprised has not actually been turned into a feature-length film yet? Sometimes there may be a documentary, there may be a special, they may do some first-hand interviews with the participants who took place in the event. There may be some newspaper interviews, there may be some news channel interviews, but no actual Hollywood productions that provide a overview of these events. And it really made me start to think. So I wanted to share that question with all of you. Two big historical events really stick out to me, one of which is the Ocoee Massacre in Ocoee, Florida. If you haven't had a chance, I've done a couple videos on the topic. If you check out in my description of this video, I'll throw down the links to those YouTube videos for the Ocoee Massacre. And one video I just recently did and just recently uploaded last week that looked at how the city of Ocoee has attempted to try to provide some level of historical context and conversation on the topic, as well as another video that I actually did a topic on was the vampire cult of Eustis, Florida. The vampire cult of Eustis, Florida took place, the events took place in 1996, and what happened is that a teenage vampire cult got together and ultimately led to the murder of two of the parents of one of the female members of the cult. And it just seems like, when you think about these events that have happened in Florida's history, it just seems like it would be something that would have been turned into a feature-length film. Both of these deal with very negative crime-based events, but maybe it doesn't always have to be something negative. Like, maybe it could be something positive. Like, maybe it could have been something that happened in the state of Florida that brought maybe an industry to the state of Florida, or anything along those lines. I've been pondering these ideas in my mind, and I wanted to take and to share my thoughts with all of you. Sometimes I'll allow some of these questions to maintain a level of a space just in my mind, and other times I like to bring my thoughts to the community, especially if I think the community could potentially provide me with some answers, some solutions to these questions. So what are some historical events that you can think of in the state of Florida? But let's take it one step further. Let's look at the state of Florida, but for those of you who aren't in the state of Florida, for those of you who have some memory of some big events that have happened nationally that never were turned into feature-length films at the Hollywood level, what are some of those events? And they can be outside of the state of Florida as well. What are some of those events? And why do you think maybe they haven't become videos yet? Or, how would we even go about some of these videos? Sometimes things happen and involve real people and real events, and most time people don't really want to touch the subjects because they're controversial. There's still people living involved in some cases with this, so sometimes people don't want to touch some of these events. But it seems as if you want to ensure that these events don't die off with the people who are involved with it, then wouldn't the most pertinent thing would be to memorialize it in the form of a feature-length film that everyone could have access to? creating a documentary, creating a newspaper article, creating a news segment are fantastic things to do to memorialize people and to honor and to showcase history. But they may be at only a small scale. Maybe if we would have to feature-length films, maybe this would allow for things to go beyond that. These are some of the thoughts going through my mind. I'll have a lot of thoughts that go through my mind. A lot of times my mind constantly is thinking about things at all times of the day. And this was just a topic that I started to think about and wanted to start researching into. Has there been some underground crowdfunding type situations for some of these events? Or is these issues or these events just kind of lost to the wayside of history? Let me know in the comments below. What do you think? As always, continue to look for the history in film. As I said before, this next month or so is going to be a little bit spotty in relations to my creation of videos. I have a lot going on outside of my channel, but I'm hoping that by the time we get into about probably the second or third week of March, that things will slow down significantly. So if you haven't had a chance to, by all means, if you like my channel, if you like this type of video, or maybe some other videos, if you want to catch some more of them, make sure to subscribe. Share my videos if you'd like to. If you don't like my videos, then obviously don't share them. But if you like my videos and you think someone else could benefit from watching some of them or would enjoy watching them, I greatly appreciate it when you share them. I've seen a lot of people lately have been sharing my videos, which I am so grateful for. So yeah. See you guys in the next vlog. I have some other stuff coming up soon. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Until the next vlog.